Welcome back to Bristol as we get ready for tonight's NORA Truck Series, race number 3 for the championship. Of course, we got done just now with the iRacing Truck Series at Bristol, and now we're back for 200 laps of racing coming up here as we get 16 trucks out here on track, getting ready to have a good time and put on a show for the final race of the NORA Truck Series playoffs. I am the captain, Chris Scallers. We welcome you in again for some more racing on the half mile here at Bristol. Let's take a look at the starting lineup. Now, this league is very comparable to NASCAR, the way they set everything up. They did a random draw for the grid. Alex Cummings, the 41 truck, on the pole. Dustin Kleba will start on the outside. Josh Conover and Nick Aylis will start in row 2. Row 3, Brian Jones, Jason Conover, the little brother Josh, Christopher Heights, Martin Flutie in row 4. Row 5, you'll see Joey Stats and Adam Teeves, Corey Wharton and Coy Pennington. Row number 6. Row 7, James Donahue, Todd Schneider, Brady Moats, and Zach Hollinger will be the final starters on this grid. Now you see the 41 about to bring him to the green flag. We get a chance, we will show you the grid of the playoffs as we carry on tonight. 200 lap stages at 55 and 10, and yes, they do throw cautions for stages here at Bristol tonight in the NORA Truck Series. We're green. As Kleba leads lap 1 over Cummings, the 98 of Conover right there behind him. I expect some fantastic racing out of these guys tonight. Very clean group of drivers. And you see Kleba is able to take the lead. Now Conover going to work on the 41. Brian Jones right behind him there in the 45 truck, and in Heights already about a 1.3 second deficit. You see Cummins falling back to third, and now going to fall back to 4th in this race as everybody starts to settle out and log laps. Let's go back here. Jason Conover, the 99 Ford, under attack. The Bud Light Dilly Mobile, the 15 of Brady Moats. So for those who just joined us, obviously the O that you see next to the names of some of the drivers, those mean out of the playoffs. The ones without the O's, they are still in. They have the red NORA sign on the top of their truck and also on the spoiler. Already 6 laps complete in this race. There's the Publix number 19 of Nick Aylis, the 2 of Coy Pennington. Teeves right there in the 27 truck. Now, all the NASCAR rules that you know of, they are followed very straight in this league. So you're going to see the choose cone in play tonight. As I mentioned earlier, you're going to see the stage racing in play tonight. And you're seeing full distance truck races. So 200 laps tonight, just like you saw last week as the 27 gets a run. As Teeves in at Menards, curb records number 27 to the inside. Ooh, little door bang in there as the 2 caught the wall a little bit. There's the rock star number 23 of Joey Stats. Fifth position there behind the Yeehaw Brewing Company, number 41. Now you see that blue line down there in turn 3 and 4. That is the symbol of the multiple pit roads that become one on this setting. There's actual multiple settings on iRacing where you can use the old layout of Bristol when it comes to pit road, where you use both pit roads and you go straight out on the track, or you can use the one pit road of Bristol, and that is basically what it is. You enter right there off turn 2, and then this blue line is a invisible wall basically to your left. They have to go all the way around there onto this pit road and come out turn 1. Cleva out to about a 7/10 of a second lead over Conover. Brian Jones about 2/10 back in the 3rd spot. This is one battle, and here's another battle. Todd Schneider, the U-Haul truck, has been on pit road for a numerous amount of laps, so not sure what happened to the 86, but obviously the U-Haul truck having some issues. Oh, little contact, 27 and 2. They're racing hard here. And there's your leader, the Ford Performance, or KPR Motorsports, I should say, Ford. The 16 of Dustin Cleva. Now, while we're green here for a quick minute, I'm going to pull up the points after the Canadian Tire Motorsports Park race. It is Josh Conover, of course, leading with 5 wins, but Cleva, with that win last week at Canadian Tire, he is on to the next round. So is the Dakota Reader truck there, the 3rd place truck. He's actually not here tonight in the 21, so he moves on to the playoffs. And, of course, the top 8 after tonight move on in the Truck Series playoffs. They're pretty much already marked down who it is, but obviously we still got to run the race. .22 laps in. Let's look back here at the 18 of Martin Pluty. He's got Corey Wharton there behind him in the Valvoline truck. And the Rockstar there in front of him, the 23 of Stats. The 25 laps complete. You see the 18 starting to put pressure on his 23 now. Cousineau actually cut me off, actually. I was in Discord talking to him. I went to go say hi to him and whatever, and he left. I was like, dude. I was like, I was hung up on by the Cousineau. Great racing here. The different lines you see here at Bristol. Of course, with the update, the bottom line more relevant now than it used to be. That's how you're able to see the 18 roll the bottom here to the inside. Oh, there ain't no slightly about it. He straight up just rude. Corey Wharton joining the battle. Going to bring the 27 in here with him. Oh, up against the fence. Oh, getting tight. Shout outs to TrackCams 4 Gourmet. Of course, TrackCams22.com for their realistic cameras that they offer us tonight. The onboard cameras you're seeing and all the drones and stuff like that you get to watch around the Bristol Motor Speedway virtually here on iRacing. Oh, little contact, 88-27. Here goes the 15 in there, as Moats takes the position away. 2.8 seconds, Kleba's lead over Conover right now. Brian Jones up to third. As we are 20 laps already from the end of stage one. Oh, 23 gets tightened into the wall. He goes into the 18. Wrecking in turn 3. And that should bring the caution out. It does. So finally the pressure boils over and we see our first caution of the night. Right in front of us, lap 23. You see Joey Stats unfortunately still turned backwards. That Rockstar truck with issues here. Let's watch it again. Stats just gets too high and it bogs down everybody, and then they just chain reaction. Corey Wharton nowhere to go. And then bam, the 99 climbs in there. That's the other Conover. And caution out for the first time. The 18 nowhere to go. Does a great job saving that truck. Well, let's jump up front here as pit stops are happening. I mentioned the dual use of pit road. All the trucks will use the front pit stops, pit stalls. And it looks like James Donahue going to stay out in the 28 truck in that Davey Allison special. First caution out of the night. Where is Cousineau? So we'll go back to green here with less than 15 laps to go in stage one. And what has been a great Monday night of racing so far. Fantastic TI truck race and now NORA Truck Series race here at Bristol. Oh, there is the Grumpy Cat. As they bring them off turn number 4, back to the green flag here at Bristol. Lap number 41. Conover trying to follow Kleba there. The 41 at Cummings back up to third. Brian Jones in fourth. And Brady Mocher top 5. Stats went behind the wall. It looks like Corey Wharton behind the wall and Jason Conover behind the wall. So some trucks unfortunately taken out in that accident. Well, Grumpy Cat running in the 4th position right now. And to Adam in the 27 car, I believe it's Teves. It might be Tevis, actually, now as I think about it. Either way, Adam, apologize if I'm getting it wrong. Eight laps to go this time by. So this is 1 of 2 straight nights of doubleheader racing. Tomorrow night, TI's IndyCar Series from Barber Motorsports Park, and then afterwards we will be with the LSRL Xfinity Series presented by Grid Finder, and that race is in Vegas. '41 putting all types of pressure on Con over there in the 98, the Allegiant Ford F-150. Bunch of Fords running up here at the front. We come up on the lap truck. That's the 86 of Schneider, who's 8 laps down, unfortunately. And then Plutie's got some heavy damage there in the 18 truck. Cummings almost got the run there and went for second there for a second. Kleba holding off Conover by 0.3 of a second here. And there is the competition caution, or is the end of the stage 1. Dustin Kleba, your winner. Followed by Conover, Cummings, Jones, Moats, and Tevis, your top 6. Kleba picking up where he left off last week at the Canadian Tire Motorsports Park as he dominated that race and went to victory lane in the 16 truck. Wasn't so easy, but he made it work out there on those older tires. We'll let them pit and we'll talk to our stage winner, Dustin Kleba. Oh, he's going to fake a pit stop. So shall we talk to him now? Let me get this over here. And let's bring Dustin up here to join us. So you got a copy there, bud?
I got you, man.
All right, man. Nice fake-a-rooney there on pit road, but 57 laps in, stage win. How's it looking tonight?
Still way too early to tell. That first stage went decently smooth, except for that one caution. I really wasn't sure what people were going to do there. I think it looks like it was a pretty split decision, but as soon as I came down on that last caution, I planned on staying out on this stage. So tire wear hasn't been huge, but it is definitely in effect. So we might be in a different role here from Josh the last time, where I'll be holding him off with older tires, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah, you guys definitely went at it last week, and obviously you had the truck to beat. Josh pulled the strategy out and was able to go to victory lane in that race, and you kind of mentioned it there. But this Bristol track kind of has a curveball thrown at you now. It's not the same Bristol.
No, it's a little bit different, but I freaking love this track. I love how you can make multiple lanes move, and make multiple lanes work. You could see on that first long run, I kind of started on the bottom, and then bottom started to heat up, and then the middle started working, and then even I think if we would have kept going, the top would have started working also. So it's a great track, allows for some great racing as long as people could keep a good head on the shoulder.
Well, there you go. Stage win for you tonight, and let's see if you can win what would be, a fourth or fifth straight stage. So we wish you the best of luck tonight, bud.
All right, thanks, man.
Absolutely. That's Kaliba joining us tonight as he wins stage numero uno. And we'll get him down to his KPR team with Cody Reeder down there. And we should get one to go this time by. And you see the choose cone coming into play here. I think. People moving around here. As Pace Truck pulls off, and there's Kleba up on the high side here as they go back to green, lap 60. So the first truck on new tires is going to be the 41 of Alex Cummings here. So we'll have to watch how these tires go to work. Well, Cusano in here, so, well, for my friends who are watching tonight in the Cusano crew, let's turn it up. Up here at the front, Cummings to the outside for the lead. The fresher tires. Going to put the 41 to the front. Conover in the third spot now as he's got Brian Jones behind him. Brian also on older tires. So Josh trying to work his way through with the new set of balonies. Oh, Josh got to slide up in front of Kleba there. Josh, of course, stole that race away from Canadian Tire. Misspoke a little bit ago, said Kleba won that race, and it was actually Josh on the older tires who stayed out and went to victory lane in that race. Go back here. A battle for position of 45 to 15 to 27. All this is for the 5th, 6th, 7th position. Oh, 15 and 27 get together into the wall. Moats and Tevis. And that allows Heights to get through in the Natty Light Mobile. And here comes Nick Galis in the 19. Tevis continuing to fight on in that 27 truck. So Alex was able to take the lead, but he has not been able to pull away from Conover. As we are 75 laps in. You can just see the different groups of Bristol right here. You can see how much you can throw it into the banking and let it catch it pretty much as you're going into the corners. Battle on here. As Tevis going to give eye heights for the position. Here comes Galis with him. So 6th and 7th. Going past the 55 of Heights. Lap times around here right now, 15 to 16 second laps. 2 cautions so far. 1 for an accident, 1 for the stage end at lap 55. And here we are already past the halfway point of the second stage. Again, next week, these guys will be in Vegas for the second round. And we'll have the race for you here immediately after the TI Truck Series race from North Wilkesboro here at around 10 after 9 Eastern Time. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We appreciate it by joining us each and every evening that we're on the air. Let's jump back to the front. As Conover continuing to put pressure on. Looks like maybe a little bit faster on the older tires here as the run goes on. And come up on a lap truck of Pluty here. We'll see what line he decides to take. He's going to take the one that hits the wall, unfortunately. You see the battle continuing on here. Now Cummings actually starting to stretch it out a little bit. You wonder if Josh maybe burnt the tires up a little bit, trying to make that run for the lead. Let's go back here. These guys can't seem to get away from each other. The 45 to 27 to 19. 2 of these 3 are playoff drivers. Definitely like that 19 paint scheme. The Publix with the old Bobby Labonte look. Smirnoff ice truck. Got the old Interstate Batteries design on her. Brian Jones in the 45 truck. Oh, Grumpy Cat right there. Oh, pissed the cat off. Now Jones, one of two trucks on 55-plus lap tires. He and Kleba, who run third and fifth, respectively. But that's going to give him an extra set of tires to use later in this race, so that could play key. So Cummings has pulled away to a 1.2 second lead over Conover. Cleaver is still third with Moats. And you see Galis making a run on Brian Jones for fifth. And he should be able to slide up and take that position away. As you see the 18 of Pluty, they're going to work their way to the outside of him. Well, next time by, we'll be 10 laps away from the end of stage 2, but we will hit the halfway point in this NORA Bristol 200. Take a look at our race summary so far. Cummings leads. We've had 2 cautions, one for stage, one for a wreck. 16 trucks started and a 14.8, the fastest lap so far of this race. Our weather so far, 71 degrees, track temp at 75, humidity kind of high. And the wind's blowing from the south at 4 miles an hour. So this is going to become a battle for the 4th position now. Galis gets into the back of Brady Moats, who's going to save it, I believe. He does. Unfortunate situation there. And there's your leader, Alex Cummings, in the Yeehaw Brewing Company number 41 Ford. Looking to advance himself into the second round by a win. All the playoff drivers are pretty much in already for the second round, as we've had a few drivers miss a couple races of the playoffs. But still, anything can happen in a race. That's why we run them. You wonder how these guys' arms are feeling here late in this race. I remember couple of the 500 lap races I ran here at Bristol when NIS used to do them. I know after about 100 laps, my arms would be burning, especially when you had a long run like this that was all of 60 laps or so. So coming through turn 3 and 4, it will be Alex Cummings winning stage 2. Conover, Kleba, Galis, and, well, a pass for 5th, actually, as they cross the line there. I believe Brady Moats lost the spot to Galis. We'll see here as they cross the line again, right in front of the 28, or behind the 28, I should say. And caution comes out. I'm pretty sure we'll see everybody to pit road this time by. And the 55 of Christopher Heights will get the wave around here, and we'll let these guys pit. We'll talk to our stage winner. In the very long trek down pit road. 35 miles an hour entering in turn 2, exiting turn 1. A very long lap around here. 41 enters his stall, almost overshoots it. Kleba, he actually got in his stall pretty good. Wow. I'm surprised he didn't overshoot it, looked like. Looks like 4 tires and fuel for everybody. And easily, the 41 wins the race off pit road. Now Heights stays out. And he will lead a lap, it looks like. But let's get Alex up here. Alex part of the Flatline team, it looks like. And have him join us tonight. Alex, you got a copy, bud?
Yeah, I got you.
Hey, man, nice job so far this evening. Tire strategy gets you up there to the front, and a stage win for you and that Yeehaw Brewing Company Ford. Now, obviously, the later part of this race, if we do get some cautions, how does that affect your strategy here, being you took an extra set of tires earlier?
Just the main goal going into this race is just try to get as many playoff points as I could. So I think it worked out in my favor there, just since I got that stage win, got a playoff point. And, I know right now is in the top 10. I'm 2 points, I think, shy of the cutoff line. So just trying to get as many playoff points as I can.
So obviously racing with Kleba, racing with Conover. Looks like actually Josh might have some issues on that pit stop back to 6. But do you feel like you got something for those two? Because it looked like those two may be the fastest on straight up tires. But is there something maybe the 41 has that we don't know, or do you have anything for them?
I like playing the long game, so hopefully we can get a long green flag run here, and hopefully I can catch back up to them and be able to be there at the end.
Absolutely, man. Well, great job so far this evening, winning stage 2. We'll go back to green here.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, you too. That there is Alex Cummings, the winner of stage 2. Let's get him back to his channel as we get ready to go back racing. There we go. And we'll go back green. 115 laps in the books out of 200. That's 85 laps to get to the finish of this 200 lapper here at the virtual Bristol Motor Speedway on iRacing as we go back green. Cummings able to hold the lead over Kleba by about a 10th right now. Brian Jones up to 3rd, Tevis, Moats, and then Conover. A slow pit stop for the 98 as he moves up to the 5th position, and a battle for the lead as Kleba goes by. And then back here, Conover making a pass on Moats for 5th. Adam Tevis up here in the 4th position. That truck's been through a couple of battles, and somehow he's still running up in the top 5 in this race right now. Brian Jones putting pressure on Kleba. Jones about 2/10 of a second back right now. Alex has fallen back to about a second in 3rd. And Conover's having a hard time getting through Tevis here for the 4th position as they battle it out. Tevis is committed to the bottom. Conover about the middle groove here. It almost looks like he wants to get to the bottom here. Tevis missed the bottom there a little bit, slid up the track. That killed his momentum, but there he goes, way up the track now. Next up for the 98 will be the 41. Jones putting that pressure on here as we come up to 70 laps to go in a very fast-paced race. How fast is 70 laps at a half-mile track where you run 15-second laps? Well, I actually have that answer for you. Over on my ticker that I use for my stats and stuff like that during a race, I look up at the top. It actually tells me what lap they're on, and it tells me how much is left in the race time-wise. Right now, as we come to 70 laps to go, it says there is 18 minutes left in this race. Think about that kind of math right there. When you look at it, 15-second laps, 15 times 4 is 60. That's where they come up with the math to get what is now 17 minutes and 45 seconds left in this race. O'Conover is starting to stretch out a little bit on Tevis there for fourth. Here he comes up to the back of Alex Cummings in the third position, 2.6 seconds back. O'Conover doing a great job just sticking it right on the bottom. He got a little loose. He clipped the apron. Just now 3 and 4. We got this battle, the top 5 pretty much all over each other outside the battle for third, with Cummings about 2.5 back from Brian Jones, with the rest of these guys on top of one another. There's your lead 2. Brian definitely showing some race here behind his 16. Very impressed by him. He ran back third to fifth or so throughout the night, but that Insider Incorporated number 45 looking pretty good right now, and trying to get up there, put pressure on his 16 to see if he'll make a mistake. Now, Kleba tonight looking for his 6th win of the season. And if the 45 of Jones could go to victory lane, it would be a 2nd win of the season. However, one interesting stat I will share with you, Brian Jones has actually ran the most laps entering this race this season out of everybody. So he's been one of the consistent ones up here in the front all season long. As we're watching the closest battles on the track, everybody's 6th through 10th, pretty much over a second behind each other. As leader continues to be Dustin Kleba. That battle for third is picking up as Conover's caught Cummings for third, as I said. Alex has been in favor of that high line all night. Really hasn't moved off of it. And Conover's been down on, well, in real life now, a yellow line, but here it's just the transition of the banking to the apron. So again, next week for these guys, Las Vegas Motor Speedway. We'll have it for you virtually here on the Captain Esports Network. Right after the TI race from North Wilkesboro. We'll have both races on Monday night. But this week, we got the doubleheader tonight, doubleheader tomorrow night with the TI IndyCar Series finale from Barber. And then following that, the LSRL from Las Vegas. Wednesday night, GLSR, the Great Lakes Sim Racing Series from Charlotte Motor Speedway. We'll have that for you at 8:45 Eastern Time. Thursday night, our traditional night off. And then Friday night, we have a special event that we're going to be hosting. We'll talk about that as we get later in the week. We saw the 98 almost get a run on the 41 there as they come up on the back of the 28 truck. That's a Davey Allison throwback that Jason White, I believe, ran a few seasons ago in that gunbroker.com truck. And tonight, the 28 of Donahue running it. Conover not able to make that run yet. You see our drone cams as you watch above from our Track Cams 4 Gourmet. Of course, TrackCams22.com, the website to get the cameras of the pretty much the most realistic picture you will find on broadcast here on iRacing. Look closest thing to real life you're going to see. So 45 laps to go next time by. As everybody kind of spreads out a little bit, this is the one fight that I'm noticing really hasn't gone away from each other. And it's just going to take one mistake, and this could be a very interesting race. So there's Kleba. As I mentioned, tied for the league lead with 5 wins, looking to break through and to get win number 6 of the season. The KPR Motorsports number 16 truck. Shades of a Roush Fenway truck. Brian Jones almost 4 seconds back now. And as a matter of fact, he is starting to fall in the clutches of the 41 of Alex Cummings. So this is going to start to become, it looks like maybe 3-truck battle for second. However, I'm watching the times too. The third and fourth place trucks are starting to kind of make a little bit of a headway towards Kleba. Scraping the wall a little bit on entry there. No harm, no foul, I think. But Cummings going to look to the bottom here. I think he's going to need to make this pass really quickly if he wants a shot at Kleba's lead. getting tight, a little contact there. 45's loose. Able to hold on, though. That brings Conover into this. These guys continue to race hard up here for position. Alex looking low in at 45. And that's pretty much letting Cleva just drive away now. And you look back here as this panel goes on, you're going to see now that the 27 truck of Tevis coming into the picture now. And you see the 45 up the track, the 41 moving to the inside. And these tires really starting to wear out now. Conover looking for somewhere to go to make it maybe 3 wide or work his way past these guys, but this is the power of Bristol right here. That cat doesn't look bothered at all, huh? The 45 clears for second, and now Conover coming for third on the high side. That's the one thing about this track. The later you go, oh, they're going to door each other off the corner. The later you go on a long run down to the bottom of the track, it seems like you lose more and more grip, and it makes it very tough to pass on that inside lane. Let's see if the 45 of Jones can hold off Conover as Cleva is pulled away. Now, unless something major happens here, going to be on the way to a victory and a spot in the next round. So what will Conover do here? 20 laps to go. These are going to fly by really quickly. Fantastic stuff up here for second, third, and fourth. And Tevis is starting to come into the picture here in that 27 truck. There he is, that yellow truck, the Menards. As we have 5 trucks on the lead lap here. You guys heard the 27 kind of clip the wall as he was trying to enter that corner. Very easy to do because you're trying to apex the corner and get the best run you can off, carry that straightaway, make it as long as possible. You know, if Kleba can finish this run, he'll lead over 100 laps in tonight's race. You see him coming up on the back of the 55 of Heights, the 19 of Galis there in the 19, as I mentioned. I appreciate everybody joining us tonight here on the Captain Esports Network. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. If you're a longtime viewer, we appreciate you joining us. Oh, a little trouble here almost with the 19 and 28 getting together. Let's see how this affects the leaders. You see Conover starting to work to the high side. Jones goes back up there. You guys working on lap number 79 on these tires, so they are definitely pretty worn out now. See the 27 of Tevis has caught the back of Cummings for 5th. Make that 4th, apologies. I'm sure Brandon wants to get the 19 truck there behind him because right now he is killing his air. I mean, not that air matters much here. Might get a bumper here in a second. Six to go next time by. You see Jones going to the bottom. Five laps to go in the battle for 5th. Or in 4th, I should say. Tevis outside, Cummings to the inside. And I'm sure Alex is not going to like that, unfortunately. Falling to the 5th position as Tevis goes up, hits the wall, and moves to 4th. Tevis now going to run the high side here. Crossover coming. Nope. And he is making his high line work. Until then. And look at this, the leader coming up on the back of him right now as he sees the white flag. Final lap. Last week at Canadian Tire, he dominated, won both stages, but fell up short. Tonight, he is not going to be denied as he's going to lead over 100 laps and firmly place his spot amongst the championship favorites as Kleba wins his 6th race of the season at Bristol. The fight for second as Tevis has moved to 3rd. Going to try to roll the high side. He won't do it. Jones gets 2nd. Tevis 3rd. Conover 4th. Burnouts for everybody. Take a look at the results really quickly as Kleba wins it by 13 seconds over Jones, Tevis, Conover, and Cummings, your top 5. Moats, Galis, Heights, Donahue, and Schneider, your top 10. Rest of the field did not finish in the race. Pluty, Hollinger, Conover, Corey Wharton, and Stats and Pennington, unfortunately, the 16 drivers in this race. And you see a group photo for the page or the website or whatever they use. But a big shout out to those drivers in a fun race. I see Kleba become the second KPR team member to go to victory lane here in this first round of the playoffs. Dustin, congratulations. Redemption is yours. You finish off the dominant race leading over 100 laps in a victory tonight at Bristol.
Thanks, man. Feels good. These dominant races don't come around very often, so you got to enjoy it when you get it.
Yeah, talk about the racing out there, because second stage, you kind of fell back just a little bit there, but you were able to work your way back up to the front, and you and Josh had a pretty good battle. You and Brian had a good battle for a while, and it seemed like the longer the run went, your truck just took off.
Yeah, honestly, I don't know what it was, but I think I was just able to kind of save tire better than everyone else. I don't know if it was just I was kind of backing up my corners a little bit more. Yeah, Brian was super fast on the short run. Really hoping that I wasn't going to get a caution
Right.
at the end there, because I know he was going to be dangerous. But yeah, the second stage, those 20 lap or 15 lap older tires, they're just they affected me a lot more than I was expecting. So Alex and Josh were able to run around me, but at the end of the stage, I saw I was catching them. So I kind of figured I might have more of a long run driving style tonight. So when I was able to catch them, or started to catch them at the end of the stage 2 with 20 lap older tires in them, that kind of gave me some confidence, knowing that we'd all be at the same tires the end of the last stage. And it was all about getting around Alex, and we were able to do that clean. And then yeah, Brian put on the pressure there, and we were able to hold him off and keep it clean to the end.
Well, great job as you move on into the next round of the playoffs, and obviously you've been showing that you're a favorite so far in this playoffs, because you now have officially 6 wins, which leads the series. But obviously it's going to get tougher, because now you're going to have guys that likely don't miss races, so you've got to flat out go and beat them.
Yeah, exactly. The cutoff line is getting closer and closer. So obviously that ramps up the anxiety anymore, and you can't just come out here and race with no consequences. You got to actually think about your actions a little bit. That's part of the game, man. That's what makes it fun and terrible at the same time. But yeah, the next round, hopefully we can keep her clean and get into that Final Four and have a shot at the championship.
Interesting you say thinking about their actions, something I think the real life guys don't do sometimes. But
yeah, yeah, I'm happy we didn't have any of that tonight. It was relatively clean. Everyone did a great job at respecting everybody and getting out of the way when there's battles. And I know as a leader, it's stressful for me also, because I know the lap guys are racing each other, and I don't want them to just pull over. Like I know they got a job too. So but yeah, happy everyone was able to keep it clean, and no helmet pounding on the roof.
Or any subway memes like I've seen today on social media now officially of
Right.
what was the last one I saw? Harvick was behind the counter and Chase pointing to him saying I didn't want lettuce and tomatoes on those. But yeah, interesting enough there. But great job tonight, man. Shout out to whoever you like to.
Yeah, just shout out to my family that watches every single week, and then to the guys that put on a good show tonight. I know it was kind of a stink fest, but I really enjoyed it.
Oh, there was some great racing behind you. So.
All right, good. I kind of saw that at the end. There was a big pack in front of me. And
Well,
I
that was
like,
in front of you. Yeah, it started behind you. It
Yeah.
finished in front of you.
Yeah, I was like, I'm just gonna kind of let that happen in front of me. But yeah, good job to all those guys, and thanks to you for once again bringing another great broadcast to the fans.
I appreciate that, man. Congratulations, and we'll see you next week.
All right, sounds good. Thank you.
Absolutely, you too. Dustin Kleba, your winner tonight, the second win for the KPR Motorsports team. And let's get our second place finisher, Brian Jones, in here tonight. And let's see if Brian is Grumpy Cat tonight or if he's Happy Cat. as he joins us tonight. Brian, great job. Second place finish. Looked like for a little bit that you might give the 16 a run for his money.
Yeah, I guess I didn't get the memo on saving tires, and I pushed it too hard at the beginning. Made it look like I was probably faster than I was. Yeah, I mean, Dustin was the class of the field again, so we were just fighting for second all night.
And you were doing your part to keep that high line rolling. There were a couple of times there you had some lap traffic almost keep you from going to the top there. It almost cost you some track position, but you were able to survive and get through it.
Yeah, I mean, I liked running the bottom a lot more, but obviously I don't know what I was doing wrong, but I was wearing the right front out a lot. So I kind of went up to the top whenever I saw people coming up behind me just to run their line. And when you got the tires that old, it's pretty hard to pass on the bottom. So I was just kind of clogging it up top and trying to hold on to my positions.
Well, great job here tonight. Second place run for you. Good momentum as you also move on into the next round of the playoffs. Talk about what you need to do, you feel you need to do to get to the finals.
Probably not wreck. Las Vegas is probably one of my best tracks. I won there, I guess, the first time we went there this year. So I got confidence there, but that was before the new tire model, so things have really changed. It's going to be a really aero-dependent track, and just got to stay out front if you can. But then again, you got to beat the 16, so that's always tough. But I like my chances to make it to Phoenix, and then from there, who knows?
Right. Absolutely, man. Well, great job tonight. Congratulations. Shout out to whoever you like to.
Yeah, I want to thank Josh. I also want to thank you, Chris. You do a good job on the broadcast. I want to thank my teammates, and I want to thank BusinessInsider.com.
And we got to thank the grumpy cat on the back. So great job tonight, and congratulations.
Thanks.
Absolutely, you too. Brian Jones, the second place finisher, and the guy that snuck up into the top three at the end of the race. He was about 2 or 3 seconds back with 20 to go from fifth, and works his way up into the top three. Adam Tevis, great finish for you at Tevis or Teves. I keep getting it wrong, but either way, I know I got 50-50 chance on both ends. So great job tonight on that top three finish.
Thank you. Yeah, Tevis is right.
Tevis, I knew it.
Yeah, I was just saving tire, and then eventually I'm like, all right, I'm just going to go a little harder. Caught up to Josh and Alex, and took a while to get by them. Had nothing for Kaliba. I mean, that dude just saves tires like a monster.
Yeah, not to mention your truck had been through a beating. It looked like the first 20 laps of the race. Just looked like maybe some net codes here and there and some other things. You were able to keep it from spinning, but that truck took a pretty good beating.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I ended up almost going into the turn 3 fence. Almost spun out a few times. Good thing I raced dirt, so I was able to save it. But, yeah, that thing got beat to hell.
Well, they say if the right side's beaten up, you're doing a good job, I guess. So I guess there's a compliment. But some people don't have to know how Bristol races. But still a great top three finish for you. Obviously, your thoughts there, man, because you made some great passes at the end.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I was just surprised I was able to finish a race. This is one of my favorite tracks. I got second in a NORA Cup race here like a couple years ago, so I know how to run the top here. I've never ran the bottom before, though. That was interesting.
Yeah, I was going to say that had to be a learning experience, how you probably have to roll the throttle and kind of roll the corner instead of where at the top you're almost braking and right back to the gas.
Oh, yeah, you were braking early, and then after the bottom wore out, you kind of go to the middle bottom and kind of diamond it off.
Right.
Kind of tried that Larson line. That didn't work at all. But ripping the fence, that was fun.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun to watch, too, tonight, man. Great job on your end. Shout out to whoever you like to.
Definitely shout out to Josh for putting this on. Let me race one of his trucks. Always love racing with these guys. It was fun.
Absolutely, man. Great job tonight, Adam, and congrats on your third.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Adam Tevis, third place run for him as we wrap up the first round of the playoffs and go on into the second round, which, of course, will have Vegas, Talladega, and Martinsville, the three races on that schedule now. As I looked at the points earlier and made the comment, all the trucks that have raced here the last few weeks, they have pretty much moved into the 8 drivers into the second round. So you'll see Conover, Kleba, Reeder, Brian Jones, Alex Cummings, Christopher Heights, Martin Pluty, and let me see, it looks like it will be Galish, yes. So they will be the 8 drivers running for the championship, or not the championship, but for the Elite 8 going for the Final 4 after 3 weeks. So that should be fun to watch, and you can see all the races here on the Captain Esports Network. With that said, thanks to Josh. I'll add to that compliment everybody else has said for allowing us to broadcast the NORA races. Thanks to everybody who's come out and raced, all the viewers for watching tonight, and iRacing for allowing us the platform to go racing on. So with that said, enjoy the rest of your Monday evening. Enjoy the rest of your week. Stay safe. And, of course, remember, this isn't just a game. It's iRacing. See ya!